Iran's presidential election underway. Family meal, a place to connect family member together.
PM approved the project to restructure Vietnam Railway Corporation until 2025.
Welcome to today's news. My name is Nguyễn Thị and I will be your guide through the day's latest update. Iranians began voting in the country's snap presidential polls on the morning of June 28th, over a month after the death of President Ebrahim Raisi in a helicopter crash last month.
Around 59,000 polling stations have been set up across the country, including over 15,000 mobile stations. Polling stations across Iran opened at 8 a.m. local time. Around 61 million Iranians are eligible to vote in the polls. Of the 6 presidential candidates approved to run for presidency by the Guardian Council, 2 backed out less than 24 hours before the first ballot was cast. The presidential election now consists of 4 candidates: reformist Masoud Pezeshkian, 69-year-old, the nuclear negotiator Saeed Jalili, parliamentary speaker Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf and cleric Mustafa Pourmohammadi. Ahead of the voting, some Iranian citizens raised concerns about the state of country's economy, which is still reeling under US sanctions despite Tehran's bettering financial partnerships with Russia, Pakistan and India.
The European Union, EU and Ukraine signed a security agreement during a European Council summit in Brussels, Belgium.
The security agreement between Ukraine and the European Union, EU, was signed by President Volodymyr Zelensky on June 27 with European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen and European Council President Charles Michel at the EU summit in Brussels, Belgium. According to agreement, the EU is determined to continue providing Ukraine and its people with all the necessary political, financial, economic, humanitarian, military and diplomatic support for as long as it takes. EU also agreed to use the extraordinary revenue stemming from frozen Russia assets to support Ukraine. The agreement also emphasized that Ukraine should continue its reforms in line with its path towards the EU, and strengthen transparency and accountability measures concerning the assistance received.
The Prime Minister has just issued a decision on approving the projects to restructure Vietnam Railway Corporation for the period until the end of 2025.
The restructuring goal of Vietnam Railways Corporation for the period until the end of 2025 is to continue to innovate, flexibly adjust the structure and scale of production organization, and improve the quality of corporate governance. Effectively exploit the enterprise's resources. At the same time, strive to achieve and exceed the targets assigned by competent authorities, and fulfill the obligation to pay to the state budget, ensuring enough jobs, improving the lives of workers, bringing the corporation out of the loss situation and gradually compensating for accumulated losses. Specific goals for the period 2021 to 2025. The entire corporation consolidates. The average annual increase in output value and revenue compared to the previous year is 7% to 8%. Ensuring employment life for workers.
Coming up next are some updated news.
South Korea's Ministry of Justice announced to extend the pilot group visa program for citizens of 3 Southeast Asian countries, the Philippines, Indonesia and Vietnam, by 2 years. This program has been applied on a pilot basis since June last year to attract tourists from the 3 countries. This visa option is available for groups consisting of at least 3 members, including company incentive tour groups, educational tour groups below the collegiate level, and regular tour groups. To qualify for this visa, travelers must plan to enter and exit the South Korea using the same vessel, flight, or other scheduled means of transportation.
The Ministry of Transport has just sent a document to the Prime Minister and Deputy Prime Minister Tran Hong Ha proposing to develop an amended decree and supplementing the decree to remove registration congestion that may occur in the coming time. According to statistics, from the third and fourth quarters of 2024, at least 36 localities are at risk of vehicle congestion at registration centers, especially in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. Therefore, the Ministry of Transport believes that it is necessary to consider and supplement regulations to stabilize the motor vehicle inspection services, as well as limit unnecessary damages for people, businesses and society.
In June 2024, Ghanaian businesses have stepped up production and expanded business scale. Many new projects have been put into operation, contributing to the province's economic growth. In the first 6 months of 2024, Ghanaian's industrial production index increased by more than 10% over the same period, in which processing and manufacturing industry increased by 11.06%, water supply, waste and wastewater management and treatment activities increased by 8.16%, mining industry increased by 3.03%. Production and distribution of electricity, gas, hot water, steam and air conditioning increased by 2.66%.
June 28 every year is chosen as Vietnam Family Day in order to honor the traditional cultural values of Vietnamese families. For Vietnamese people, family meals are a place to express the cultural beauty of the Vietnamese people. However, the modern life often leads to lack of traditional family meals, especially for young families in urban areas. Even so, if all members are always conscious of preserving this cultural beauty, the warm family meals will always be maintained.
As usual, Ms. Thuy's family has meals together every day. Every member of the family realizes the importance of family meals.
I hope that family meals are always full of members. This is an opportunity for people to share life stories. The grandparents teach children and grandchildren about ethics.
The image of all members gathering together for a meal after a hard day has been deeply imprinted in the minds of many generations of Vietnamese people. It can be said that maintaining family meals is a way to preserve happiness, the order of each family in preserving the traditional values of Vietnamese culture. In modern life, many families simplify meals by eating ready-made foods or going to restaurants. Therefore, meals with all family members become less frequent. No matter how much the society has developed, the traditional values and family meals always occupy an important place at all times.
Regularly preparing family meals is very difficult because everyone is busy. To preserve family happiness, my husband and I still remind each other about family meals.
Family happiness is built from simple things. Family meals always contain love and sharing between family members.
It's time to say goodbye. Thank you for watching and see you next time.